right, this one you can label 7.2. All right. And I'm going to just jump into an example here and show you how to do this. And I'm going to give you some strategies in how to solve the problem that today you can kind of choose which way you like to do it better. So let's look at the example. So Sheldon makes $2, to the $5 that Leonard makes. Okay, so when I'm looking at Sheldon to Leonard, it's like a 2 to 5. So they're 2 to 5. Sheldon, Leonard, 2 to 5. So for every $2 Sheldon makes, Leonard makes $5. All right, and together their profit is $28. And they want us to know how much did Sheldon make. So what this means is that they didn't really make $2 and $5. That isn't what they walked away with. For every $2 Sheldon makes, Leonard makes $5. So if Sheldon makes 2 plus 2, Leonard makes 5 plus 5. So we got to keep going with that pattern until we see what they, that they added up to 28. So you could do that, and you could do that the long way, but I promise you these numbers are going to get bigger, and you're not going to be able to do it like that forever. So I'm going to show you how you can set up a proportion to solve this problem. So we got to see what we're actually comparing. We're comparing their profit. We're comparing Sheldon to the profit, okay? So we're going to compare in the 2 to 5 situation, Sheldon's 2 to their profit, which is $7. So we're going to do 2 to 7 because this is how much Sheldon makes in the 2 to 5 scenario, and this is how much the profit would be in the 2 to 5 scenario. And we're looking for an equivalent equation where the profit is now 28. Okay, so if Sheldon makes $2 out of a profit of 7, we want to know how much Sheldon makes out of a profit of 28. So I can ask myself in this situation, what did I multiply 7, because remember it's equivalent equation, so what did I multiply 7 by to get 28? See that it's 4, and then I can multiply the top by 4, and we know that Sheldon would make $8. The other thing you can do, so I'm going to give you 3 strategies today, and some will work better in certain situations. The other thing I could do, if I can't figure out this number, now I know 7 times 4 equals 28 is a little more obvious, but wait till we have decimals. Then it might not be as obvious. So what you can do is do 28 divided by 7 to get that $4 that we were looking for, okay? And if it was a decimal, that gives us a problem that we can solve to get that decimal. So we'll kind of go backwards. Instead of what times 7 is 28, 28 divided by 7 will give you that number. And then you'll multiply it by the top and get this new number. All right, so that's 2 different ways to do it. Either what did I multiply by, dividing back to figure out what I multiplied by, and here is a surefire way to do it, but it is new math, so you're going to have to practice it before you get really good at it. So I am going to erase all of this and just show you how to do this. So if I had 2 to 7 equals something over 28. In math, when I don't know what that something is, I'm going to put an X there. So what I get to do is something called cross multiplying. And you have to practice it to get good at it, but this is what you do, and it's the same steps every single time, just with different numbers. So you're going to multiply across. You're going to do 2 times 28. So 28 times 2. You'll see I take my math off to the side. 16, 4, 56. You're going to leave yourself an equals because there was an equals here. And then you're going to multiply this way. Now, anything times x is 7 times x, and you write it like that. Now, this is every time you do this, you get a problem just like this. A number in front of x equals another number. So what you do is you divide both sides by the number in front of x. Let's write that down. Divide both sides by the number in front of x. So you divide by 7, and we see x equals 8. Okay, so we got the same answer, but when the numbers get harder, this might be the way to go. Okay, so this is called cross multiplying, and it is how you will have to solve proportions kind of later in math. So by you learning it now or practicing it now, you're really helping yourself out for the future. Okay, so kind of do it how you want for now, but I challenge you to practice this. All right, so I want you to try one. So I'm going to write the situation. I want you to pause it and then come back and I'll show you the answer. So you have 2 cheese pizzas for every 3 pepperoni. Okay, so remember, we're not really getting 2 and 3, but for every 2, we have 3, and we kind of continue that pattern out. Now, the total of our 2 to 3 situation is 5. Don't forget that. I'm giving you a big hint on that one. So how many cheese pizzas, so you're comparing cheese to total, if the total is 25. Okay, so remember, you're comparing cheese to total. All right, pause, and then I will turn me back on, and I will show you how to do this. All right, so my 2 to 3 ratio is a total of 5. So if I'm comparing cheese to total, I'm doing 2 to 5. And then cheese to total. So in this situation, you could see multiply both top and bottom by 5. And our x equals 10. So if you cross multiplied, you would do 2 times 25, which is 50. X times 5, which is 5x. Divide both sides by 5. X equals 10. All right, hopefully you got that correct. I have one more short video that I will record in a second, and I will add that, and you can add that to your notes. All right, thank you.